Hey everyone, this is the Catalyst, and today we're going to talk about 7 such amazing things that James Gunn is doing differently than other Superman movies. Number 1, the appearance of Clark Kent and Superman. Gunn has gone for a more authentic approach on showing Clark Kent. Notice his goofy walk, totally different hairstyle, and oversized suits. It's really hard to tell if they're the same person. Although James Gunn only directed it, imagined it, but it's clear that David has done some hard work to achieve this. This very much reminds me of the Christopher Reeve's Superman. When Clark Kent, he stays a bit bent, but then the way he changes his posture, my oh my. And I got to see the same thing when in the trailer, David switches from Clark to Superman in the interview scene.
Superman.
Miss Lane.
This is really a good attention to detail from both Gunn and David, so a job well done. Number 2, the team up of Superman and other superheroes. This time around, Superman is not the only hero we will be cheering. There will be the Guy Gardner, aka Green Lantern, played by Nathan Fillion, and I'm really excited to see him in this role. I already love him from the trailers. He can be funny as well as serious at the same time, and we have already seen him going head to head with Superman in the trailers. Next up, Eddie Gathegi is playing Mr. Terrific, and from the reports, it seems like his role is very important for the plot. Also, he's gonna have most of his interactions with Lois Lane. Isabella Merced will be playing Hawkgirl, and this is the first live action we'll see the Hawkgirl. Next is Metamorpho, played by Anthony Carrigan. I know, he will be an antagonist at first because Lex somehow uses him to keep Superman in his jail, but as we all know, Superman is hope, and he successfully changes Metamorpho's mind to help him to escape. And finally, Crypto, Superman's canine companion, and he's our number 3. By the way, if you have reached until this point, be a hero and hit that like button. This is the first time we will see a live action Crypto, and we will be seeing a lot of him. The sneak peek trailer is full of Crypto. Then we see him protecting the Fortress of Solitude and throwing a flying punch to the engineer. Moreover, there's a whole leaked scene where Superman purges into Lex Tower, and see the rest for yourself.
Dog. The dog, loser! You took the dog!
There are even some hidden Crypto moments. Remember this scene where Superman throws a punch to this Lex Corp soldier? Notice how Crypto pulls the helmet of the soldier so that Superman can punch him. This is really impressive. Then this scene where Superman is circling around himself and using his heat vision. Yes, for a very tiny moment, we see Crypto pulling the Lex Corp soldiers into the heat vision. And I love this team up. Number 4. The Fortress of Solitude and the Kryptonian Robots. This shiny fortress is what Superman calls home, and it is taken care by 4 robots, and from the trailers it seemed like Superman has a very strong emotional attachment to them. Maybe they're the last symbol of his real parents. By the way, these robots were actually real behind the scenes and not CGI. They're voiced by Alan Tudyk, Bradley Cooper, Michael Rooker, and Pom Klementieff. Pardon me if I spelt any of the names wrong. Number 5 is the Hammer of Boravia. This is a totally new supervillain created by James Gunn specifically for this movie, although we already know it's just a suit, and behind the suit it might be Ultraman, an evil version of Superman, actually a clone created by Lex Luthor, and he goes totally head to head with Superman and already possesses all the Superman powers beside the suit. Number 6 is Superman healing. After the trailer released, everyone had this question. Why was Superman screaming while getting healed by the sun? We already saw in the Man of Steel that Superman flies to the sun when he needs energy, or we can say when he needs to recharge. Even when he was hit by a nuke, he healed himself without breaking a sweat. Then why James Gunn's Superman screamed when it's clear that the sun was healing him? As we have already seen in the trailer that Superman was heavily injured, most probably by Ultraman. He needed a ton of energy. So when the sun heals Superman, it's actually recharging his body with solar energy. But the Kryptonian cells overload with it, supercharging his body at a rapid rate. And as it was magnified 4 times the sun's heat by the robots to supercharge him, it felt like 10,000 Fahrenheit. If you have reached until this point, then please subscribe to our channel. And finally, number 7 is the amount of supervillains in this movie is crazy. We obviously have Lex Luthor, the evil genius mind who even successfully makes the clone of Superman and names him Ultraman. He is also probably the creator of the Hammer of Boravia suit. He has another villain, the engineer, beside him. The engineer, portrayed by Maria Gabriela de Faria, she plays Angeles Pica in the movie, a member of the superhero team, the Authority. She possesses liquid metal nanites that allows her to modify her body into various weapons and tools. Then we see a huge fire breathing beast, the Kaiju, and Superman has a decent length fight sequence with that beast. Then there is the Solaris, a sentient artificial sun representing a cosmic level threat. Although from the trailer it seemed like Green Lantern is the one taking care of the business at that moment. There also could be some hidden villains, but these many villains already makes me want to watch the movie right away. If you have reached until this point, comment down below which part was your favorite, and thank you very much for supporting us. You know, it's really hard to make videos like this, and this Superman movie decides the fate of DC, and I want it to succeed. Actually, I know it will succeed because Superman is hope, and without hope there is no humanity. Goodbye everyone, see you in the next one.